Oh boy. Okay, so as you know, I've been struggling so far this season. I died twice in War 1, I died another time in War 2, and I was kind of fine with most of those. The first death in War 1 was like, okay, I'm just bad at the game. The death in War 2 was like, okay, this is like the hardest placement in the game, and I'm obviously not getting getting what I'm supposed to do here, so I messed up a lot and died. Unfortunate. The death in War 2 was a complete brain fart. The deaths here really hurt, and we're gonna get to them later. Starting on Node 2 Sauron, really easy fight for a Mega Sentinel, pretty much just a joke fight for her. It's more or less a diversity placement there, but at the same time, Sauron actually is kind of annoying on that node. I don't know. There's definitely some other placements you could make, but like I said, it's a bit of a diversity placement. So, next up is Doom Node 11. Pretty easy fight for negative. It's actually very scary once you throw your SP2 and you're like, okay, if I get touched, I'm dead, just because it's got the node where he gets, it's called Sadist, right? Where he gets extra attack, per debuff on him. And, that was stupid. Got parried, unfortunate, but whatever. We just need to race to our SP2, which we're gonna get right there. I misdexed the SP1, which was a bit of a skill issue, but it's fine. We throw this SP2, and then I'm just kind of taking block damage, making sure he can't throw a special attack, and yeah, he's dead. So, I lost a little bit of health, but it's alright. Not that big a deal. Another negative fight coming up is against Ebony Maw on node 26, and this is a really easy fight for him. All I need to do is watch my parries. Maw doesn't actually benefit from any of the nodes here, so another diversity placement, actually. Let's see. We're just gonna go into the fight, and I can kind of just heavy counter Maw's SP1, and then I don't really remember why I'm 5-hit comboing here, but I don't know why I didn't throw a heavy. But we're gonna go for a heavy here, knock him down. That puts him out of his focus, and we're also going to go for an evade. Now we have 8 dark energy, and we just need to get him to throw one more special attack, and then once we get that heavy counter, we're kind of ready to drop our SP2 nuke at that point. We're gonna go for the evade here in SP2 with only 14 dark energy, because that's all we need. The Maw is very much dead here. And I've got one more negative fight coming up, but good to finish that with a good bit of health, so. Alright, so now we have Sersi on node 35. So, let's see. My Claire is she rank 5 or rank 4 for this war? I can't remember. Okay, she's rank 5, but she's level 1, so she's basically rank 4. I know for War 4, I take my newly rank 5 Claire, so get ready for that. But, so this Sersi, I figured it would be a pretty easy time if I power start 1. Once I got that buff immunity up, she's kind of locked down. One thing I do forget, though, is because of the fact that I basically never fight Sersi, I just kind of forgot about the ability that, hey, she goes unblockable, she throws her special attack far away from you. And that's what happened, so I just lost so much health because of that. Totally my fault. I should have remembered that she does go unblockable there. So now we throw the SP3 because I got pushed to it. Sucks, but whatever. If we get to our SP2 fast enough, we're rolling again. So I do know how to dex her SP2 quite well. I know how to dex the SP2, but I don't know that she goes unblockable apparently. So anyway, okay, so she's gonna have a lot of rich get richer power gain, but we're gonna get rid of that here, or so I thought. This is gonna take a bit of explaining. So I don't know if this is a bug or if it's actually how it's intended, but the way glancing interacts is that if you chain a basic attack directly into the special attack to where it's almost on like the same frame or like the same 2 frames or something, that ability accuracy reduction from the hit is going to carry over to when you launch the special attack. What this means is that the glancing reduced the ability accuracy of my special activation, which prevented my buff immunity from triggering, which should not happen. maybe it's supposed to happen, maybe it's a bug, but I should have buff immunity here because the buff immunity is not tied to hit. The buff immunity is tied to activation, and the glancing should not affect activation. And now I'm dead. If I didn't get caught in a combo there, I probably would have gotten SP3'd. I don't really know what happened, like, my block just dropped. I don't know if I tried to do a really bad intercept, or if I tried to dash away and just couldn't. Either way, I died. And it was largely because of buff immunity getting caught by glancing. Which again shouldn't happen. I know it happens versus Maestro, because it's happened to me before, but it's not something I should even have to think about, because that doesn't make any sense as to why that works the way it does. So here in the second attempt, I'm actually going to parry and throw the special attack just to make sure there's zero chance that buff immunity does not get triggered. So there I did get it, because I didn't chain it from an attack. And as you can see, it nullified the glancing, or not nullified, but I got rid of the glancing because of the fact that it's on activation. There's no reason it shouldn't. It's not tied to a hit. That was the whole point I was making on the first attempt. It should have been fine, but it wasn't, so whatever. It sucks. I need to get some more prowess here. I think I'm going to bait her block. There she goes. And I need to throw another SP2. And it's going to happen again. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, bro. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to skyrocket to SP3 with Mystic Dispersion. It's not going to matter, but like, dude. It's so dumb that that happens. And that it killed me for it. So anyway, she's dead now. We move on to the next fight, but gosh, I'm so frustrated from that. Okay, so Sasquatch on node 38. I've taken this fight. I think this is the third time I've taken the fight. It's pretty easy. The main threat of the fight is just the fact that it's a large Sasquatch that if he punches you, it's gonna hurt. But at the same time, I'm also a large negative, so I don't need to worry about it too much. I'm throwing the SP1 here just in case this Sasquatch is running unfazed. Then I can get what am I trying to say? A energy shift. Why can I not think of the word? Energy conversion, I should say. That is 100% safe, because if they run unfazed, you don't want to play negative. That's just usually how it works. So I use the SP1 just in case. But anyway, he throws the SP2 here, and I need to go for an SP3, except I'm an idiot, and for some reason thought I was red, and I threw an SP2. I don't know what was going on in my head there, but I threw the SP2 for some reason. And now I'm like, well, I guess I gotta build the SP3 again. And now he's got a really passive Sasquatch with so much prowess. He's got so many prowess, dude. And I'm actually kind of scared just because of how many prowess he has. But now we're getting a bunch of them removed. And here I'm going to go for the SP3. We're going to relic into a heavy attack and knock him down. And then we're going to throw the SP3 here. Basically how it works is that you're using the SP3 because at the end of the attack, it's going to consume your dark energy to do direct damage, just like that. And it does a good bit of damage too. This would have been not very fast, but much faster had I not thrown an SP2 earlier. But it's always a 2 SP3 fight, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We just have to wait out one more Wrath cycle, and then we're kind of chilling. Let's see. We have 14 energy, 16 energy. Gonna go for my conversion here. Relic into heavy attack, knock him down, throw the SP3, and he's gonna die at the end of the attack. So, a minorly inconvenient fight just because I don't know. I just threw an SP2 for some reason. I don't know. I just thought I was red or something. Who knows? Okay. Another fight where I have some explaining to do. Okay, so this is going to be Claire versus Node 42 Gorr. And fair warning, this fight is a total experiment. We've been struggling with Gorr on 42 all season and didn't have very good counters to this fight. I was the only one with a ranked hood. We don't have a ranked white tiger yet. So I was like to my officer, let me see if Claire can do it, because I know we don't have any better options right now. And just see if it works. And if we can ride with that for the rest of the season. I'm going to play my best here, but this is not an ideal counter for this fight, and I just want to see, can she do it for the rest of the season, because this is a fight we really do not have rosters for. At the end of the war, I believe someone ranked up their White Tiger. Let's see. White Tiger got ranked up. We also sent a Wiccan to this fight before, but the Wiccan wasn't doing very well either. So we're still trying to figure out what we want to send to this. So this was my time to try to use Claire and see what happens. I've taken a Gorr all 3 wars this season so far, and it sucks because if I was to remove any defender from the tactic, it would be Gorr, because I don't think he should have it because of the way he interacts with your block, and specifically him on this node. Whatever, I can't change the tactic, but I don't think he should be included in it, and if I was going to make any mid-season changes, it would be removing him, Adam, and Killmonger from the tactic, because I think those 3 are way too hard for it. So anyway, we're farming our prowess. What I think I should have taken a bit more into consideration is the fact that, yes, I'm going to have buff immunity, but I'm also going to have basically no access to Nullify. And I should have ran power back boosts. I was a little worried about power back boosts because when I took this fight with Hood, it was way too much power. But using this fight with Hood and Claire are very different. And I think Claire should have had a power back here. Hood definitely should not have. Claire needed the power back. So that was a very big tactical error on my part. If I ran a power back, this fight may have gone a lot better. I'm not sure, because it is a really tricky fight. I don't know what happened. I thought he was going to dash at me or something, and I was scared of going to SP3, so I kind of just threw it. Whatever. That sucks. Maybe SP3 would have been smarter, just to actually go with it. I'm not sure. But, I can't really dex his SP2 consistently, so I'm going to block it here. Did a bit of damage to me, but we're also okay. But the main problem here is that we're almost half of the fight down, and he is at 74%. And we're not really doing a lot of damage. We got a nice 18k crit at the end of that special attack, but it's not looking good. So here I switch to my Hellfire Curse. And in the fight, this made sense, because I need more damage to kill him. I need more damage to kill him as fast as possible. But at the same time, what that did was it removed the fact that my poisons were helping me control his healing. And so now his healing has become a massive problem. Even though I'm doing a lot more damage on that SP2, it's not good. Because I do have max despair, but that's only a 45%. Oh my gosh, that was really dumb. That should have worked. I don't even know why it didn't. I think Gorr's first medium pushes himself back a lot or something, and I might have thrown it like milliseconds too late. So that sucks. But anyway, so it's not looking good for me. There's barely a minute left, and he's got a lot of health. So like I said, I do have max despair, but that still means he has 55% or plus with recovery of his healing left. So I'm going to go for a knockdown here, and we are going to throw the SP2, hope it does a lot of damage. We do get decent damage there. He's down to 33% now, but he's at an SP2, which I'm basically forced to block. And I didn't expect him to immediately throw it, and I got caught by it, so yeah, that's how that's going to end. Can Claire do that fight? In theory, yes. But also I would never send her again, because even if I ran power backs, which I should have done the whole time, I don't like the idea of it. And the funny thing is, on this second attempt, he is actually going to finish with 75% health because of the healing. And look, he's at like 86% health right now. I realized, hey, get the heck out of Bleed Curse. I wanted to heal myself back up because I took a lot of damage early. Yeah, no, that just meant that he was healing himself basically more than I was, so... So that was a bad move, but at the same time, yeah, don't do this fight with Claire. Just don't. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video here before I talk about the end of the war. What happened was I was going to have a third mini-boss. It was on Node 45 versus Domino. But after I died to this Gorr a second time, I told my officer, hey, find someone else to take this. And with like 3 hours left, we realized we can't do that. We don't have an option. Our backup has to go somewhere else. So you're gonna have to take it. So I eventually, with like max boosts on, just got him down after like him killing me like 5 times, just so we could actually have the fight down and a chance at winning the war. Because we couldn't get the backup there, and there was only a couple hours left, and I was going to have Node 45, but because of the fact I was waiting so long on a possible backup on the fight, they sent someone else to take the Node 45 Domino, so another person who placed a WAGS pre-fight on 45 could get to a mini they had later. So it's a very much a series of unfortunate events, and this war was a complete disaster in everything except for the fact that we actually did win it. We won by 4 attack bonus, and it was a disaster for me. Obviously, it wasn't a disaster for everyone, because we did win. We had to beat out some close friends that I had in that other alliance to get the win, because it was one of the few alliances I've actually faced in my time in Tier 2 War where I actually know a good bit of people in it, so nice to have that W and say GG's to them. But anyway, this is a very long video, especially for my war videos. But there was a lot I needed to talk about because this war was really stressful for me and it just was not a good time. So, next war, War 4, I already finished, and it was a really good war for me. So I'm excited to post that sooner or later. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.